really excited to be speaking with you today, someone who's making waves literally and figuratively through projects using plastic, very ordinary items, common items people come across, and turning them into really extraordinary works. And so,
Thank
if
you.
you could, if someone was just getting to know you, tell me about yourself, who you are, and what you do.
I am an artist. I live in St. Louis. I used to live in Nashville. I started this body of work about 5 years ago when I was visiting Southeast Asia and worked with some social practice artists there, where we were picking microplastics out of their beach sand. And then I came back home to St. Louis and discovered that the Mississippi River carries our trash into the ocean.
So it sounds like you're blending a lot of different things: art, activism, and community building. Could you give us a way that you've been able to kind of expand on that community building through your work?
The community building part really comes from, first and foremost, asking everybody I can think of to start collecting their caps. In addition to that, like when I was at ArtPrize last year, I met the Mint Artists Guild. When the opportunity for this project came up this year, I built on that relationship and really meeting the incredible artists that work with Mint and Vicky who runs Mint. We're all working together and realizing there's this incredible network of people. If you just reach out and ask for help, people are really willing to give it. This particular project has been in the works, I think, for about 3 years, and it's part of a national public art initiative. It's called Make Waves, and the point is to really address ecological stewardship across all these communities in the United States. My point is, if we can think about that little piece of trash that we're throwing away or just not being cognizant of, that does not only affect yourself and your own city, it affects all these other people down the line. And when it comes to addressing such crises as plastic pollution, I've really found that people want to do the right thing. There's not really a whole lot of good options for recycling that plastic. We certainly don't want it to go into the landfill or the waste. So people are just like really happy to have somewhere to take their trash.
Yes. And for those curious, I mean, we've mentioned and they see behind both of us the aspects of the project, but could you go into a little bit of the specs of what you're creating?
It's galvanized steel covered in vinyl. Basically, the participants get to do the fun part, which is design your own panel. So when we bring the dome to the Eberhart Center at Grand Valley State University, we will build the dome on site. And the other thing that I love about the dome is it's made out of post-consumer PVC pipes. So this whole thing is post-consumer plastic. But additionally, this particular dome is zip tied together.
So I noticed too in your work on your website, zip ties, bottle caps, like you said, post-consumer plastics are a large signature for you. How did you first land on using those things, and what kind of do they represent?
You know, as an artist, it can sometimes be difficult of like what to start on, because you're like, oh, I've got to go buy a canvas and all these oil paints and brushes, and then I have to have the right light and an easel. And I was just thinking, you know, from a very, very practical perspective, all of this material is free. It's not going anywhere. It's not breaking down. It's beautiful colors. I open my studio every once in a while to the public, and when people came in, they just really like flocked to these really colorful works made with the plastic. It was like a real connection for me to realize that when people were seeing those familiar things in the work, it I don't know, for some reason, it just meant a great deal for them. And it also caused a lot more conversation. And it would lead to conversations about, you know, is that healthy? Have you been collecting the caps? And, you know, my point was like, let's not judge anybody for their habits. Let's think about changing those habits incrementally, and just do what you can as you can.
Finally, what's next for the Make Waves initiative overall?
And every time I exhibit these, I've got this whole list where I'm collecting people's emails just to let you know, like, the thing that you participated on is showing here. So if you can come, awesome. If not, you know, just bask in the glory of helping make it.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for sharing your vision and your time with us and inspiring us all to participate in like communal art and something that's really effective and good for the environment as well. And we will see you at ArtPrize not long from now.
I know, I'm really excited to meet you in person. Thank you so much.